Hi, second grade. It's me, Miss Belts. We are going to get to work on math again today. I hope you're so excited. So let's get started. Here's what we're going to do today. Today we are going to represent and solve addition and subtraction word problems where unknowns may be any one of the terms in the problem. How are we going to do this? We're going to review important vocabulary. We're going to represent word problems with a strip diagram. We're going to represent word problems with an equation, and then we're going to actually solve with base 10 blocks. Why are we going to do this? Well, it's important to know how to read a word problem and make a visual to represent what the problem is asking. Here are our vocabulary words for the week. The first one we have is strip diagram. A strip diagram is a visual of how to represent a problem. We are also going to talk about the word addition. When we add, we're combining two or more numbers to get a total. When we find the sum, it is the total of two or more numbers added together. Subtraction is taking away an amount from a larger amount, finding the difference between the two numbers. And then the last one is difference. And difference is the distance between two numbers. It can be found using subtraction. You don't have to, but you can. So what we are going to do today is we are going to look at two problems. We're going to first look at the problem, we're going to read it, and we're going to decide what in the world is going on with this problem. So here's what it says. Ashley went to the store and bought 24 cupcakes and 42 cookies for a party. How many cupcakes and cookies did she buy for the party? So I want you to think about that. Are we joining, or are we separating, or are we comparing two different things? So let's look at it one more time. Ashley went to the store and bought 24 cupcakes. I highlighted that because that's important. And 42 cookies. I highlighted it because it's important. For a party. How many cupcakes and cookies did she buy for the party? So are we going to join the cupcakes and cookies? Are we going to separate the cupcakes and cookies? Or are we going to compare the cupcakes and cookies? If you said that we were going to join, you are correct. This is a joining situation. I want to know how many she bought all together for the party, so I'm putting them together. So I'm going to go to my strip diagram next. So I have 24 cupcakes and I have 42 cookies. Are those going to be my total or my parts? If you said that they're going to be my parts, you are correct. So I know one part is 24 cupcakes. I know the other part is 42 cookies, and I'm looking for my total of cupcakes and cookies all together. So after I do my strip diagram, the next thing I'm going to do is my equation. My equation is my number sentence that helps me to figure out what I'm doing. So you already told me that I'm going to join these together. So when I do that, I'm going to add. So my equation is going to be 24 plus 42 equals my total. I don't know what it is yet, so I have a question mark. I'm going to use my base 10 blocks to help me solve this problem. So the first thing I'm going to do is model it. So I have 24, so here's one 10, two 10s, 21, 22, 23, 24, plus 42. So I have 1 10, 2 10, 3 10, 4 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42. So now I have my base 10 blocks, I have my visual, so I can see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to put all of these together to get my total. When I do, it's going to look like this. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. So, oops, too far. That means that I have 66 cupcakes and cookies all together in total. So let's look at another one. This is my second example. Here is what it says. Nick had 74 marbles in his marble collection. He gave 27 marbles to his brother. How many marbles does Nick have now? So I want you to think about what this problem's asking. So the first thing we're going to do is read it again and highlight the information that we need to know. So Nick has 74 marbles in his collection. He gave 27 marbles to his brother. How many marbles does Nick have now? Well, I want you to think about that. We're starting with 74. If he's going to give 27 to his brother, is he going to join, or is he going to separate, or is he going to compare two different things? If you said he's going to separate, you are correct. So I have 74 marbles. He's going to give 27 to his brother. So after we've decided that we're going to separate, we're going to do our strip diagram. So do we know our total? Do we know our parts? Well, I know that he has 74 marbles, so that's what he's going to start with. That's his total. And I also know that he gave 27 to his brother. So I'm looking for this part over here. I'm trying to figure out how many marbles he has left. So I'm going to write my equation. When he's giving something to somebody, usually that means you're going to subtract, but not always. So I'm going to actually use subtraction. So I'm going to say 74 minus 27 equals a question mark, because that's what we're trying to figure out. Again, I'm going to solve with my base 10 blocks. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to model 74 marbles. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. And I have to take away 27 because that's how many he gave to his brother. Remember, when we take away, we cross things out to show that they have been taken away. So the first thing that I did is I took away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I need to take away 7 ones, but I didn't have 7 ones to take away. So what am I going to do? If you said I'm going to take 110 and I'm going to put it in my ones place, you're correct. So I took 110 away and I broke it up into 10 little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I can actually take away my 7. So I've taken away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I've taken away my 7 ones and I need to take away my 2 10s. So I'm going to take away 2 10s, 1, 2, now they're gone. Now in order for me to figure out how many I have left, I'm going to count all the parts that are not crossed off. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. And if I put them all together and make it nice and neat, you can see it again. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. So that means that Nick has 47 marbles. So let's review what we talked about today. Today we talked about representing and solving addition and subtraction word problems where the unknown was one of the terms in the problem. We did that by reviewing important vocabulary. We represented the word problems with a strip diagram. We represented the word problems with an equation, and we solved with base 10. And we did this because it's important to know how to read a word problem and make a visual to represent what the problem is asking. Now it's going to be your turn. You are going to do the same thing that we just did. You're going to have 2 word problems. You're going to decide if you are joining, separating, or comparing. You are going to draw a strip diagram to represent your problem. You're going to write an equation for the problem, and then you're going to solve the problem with base 10 blocks. If you have any questions on how to do this, please ask your teacher. I know you're going to do an amazing job. Try your very best. Show all of your work. I cannot wait to see what all that you have done. Bye. I'll see you next week.